Hey, what's up? This is Luke, and welcome back to Luke I'm on TV. So today I thought I would do a film review for this new movie that I just saw, which is The Girl on the Train. This was a movie that my girlfriend had told me about. She told me that she really wanted to see it, so I told her to tell me a little bit about it. Tell me what is it about. So she told me that basically it's just a movie about a girl who rides a train every day, and along her route she always sees this young couple, and they're always outside. They're always doing things. They seem very happy. She sees them kind of making out or having sex, or she always sees them doing something, and they always look very happy. And after a while, she just becomes kind of obsessed with them, kind of fantasizes about being in that relationship. And it's just something that she just seems to look forward to every day. And all of a sudden, then one day, the woman goes missing. And when my girlfriend told me that, I said, okay, all right, stop right there. That's perfect. I don't want to know anymore. That's perfect. That sounds very interesting. And then shortly thereafter, I decided to go and watch the actual movie trailer on YouTube. And to be honest with you, I thought it looked pretty good, but it's not really something that I thought would be completely up my alley. It's not the kind of movie that I would typically want to really go see. It's really a drama slash suspense slash kind of murder mystery kind of movie, or a thriller. It's not really the kind of movie that I typically get into. And to be honest with you too, I'm not a big movie person. I don't follow all the new movies that come out. I don't follow all the new or up and coming actors or anything like that. I don't really follow them at all. Most of the movies that I tend to watch are usually from like the 80s or the 90s, that kind of thing. I'm just not real hip to a lot of the new movies. But anyway, she told me about this one. It sounded interesting. I watched the trailer, and I thought it looked kind of good, but not something that I was really super eager to see. But it is my girlfriend, so I decided to go see it. She typically is usually very down to go see a lot of the movies that I want to see, which is every once in a while, like every so often, I'll say, okay, I really want to go see this movie. So you gotta kind of, gotta give and take. So she decided she really wanted to see this, and it was playing at a budget theater. It was only $3 a person, so I'm like, okay, fine, we'll go see it. And so anyway, we saw it last weekend, and I gotta say that I was really surprised at how quickly I got into this movie. I got into it really quickly. And before I give you my actual review, though, I just want to give you a heads up and tell you that I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for you. I already kind of gave you the plot for the movie. I'll tell you a couple other things about the movie, and then eventually I'll tell you my grade for the movie, my number grade. I was really surprised at how quickly I got into this movie. I will start off by saying Emily Blunt, who plays the character of Rachel in this movie, was just phenomenal. I thought her acting was just amazing. Granted, she seems to cry like through half of this movie, which was kind of like, I don't know how I felt about it, but it was really powerful acting on her part. I thought she played it extremely well. She was very believable during many of the parts. I have to imagine it was a very demanding role where, it took a lot out of you. I mean, there was a lot of parts where she got extremely emotional, and then there was some other parts where it was kind of like borderline psychotic, I would say. And just really, she really got into the part, I thought. Granted, again, I don't know a lot about Emily Blunt. I don't know her past history in films. I don't know what other movies she's been in or anything like that. But I can just say she seems to be a very talented actress, and I was just extremely impressed with her role in this movie and how well she played it. So as the movie goes on, we kind of learn more about her character, obviously. And the two things that I will tell you that kind of lead some pretty interesting clues to the movie as to what may or may not happen is that, number one, she's an alcoholic. I mean, she's a really bad alcoholic, and she also suffers blackouts. She drinks so much that she suffers these blackouts, and then afterwards she doesn't know or remember exactly what she did. So that's one thing that happens in this movie. And then number two, we find out that she is divorced and used to live 2 houses down from this young couple. So that's the two things I'm going to tell you. Now, that's really not spoiling it for you, but it's just going to give you kind of a little insight as to more of this movie, what actually happens. But what I can really tell you is that there's a lot of really cool twists and turns in this movie. I mean, it's a classic drama slash suspense slash murder mystery kind of a movie. You know, I mean, and what I really liked about this movie is it kind of it'll lead you one direction, and then all of a sudden something happens or another character is introduced, and then you start to wonder, well, did that person have something to do with this person being missing or whatever? I mean, there's a lot of things going on in this movie, and it, again, takes a lot of twists and turns. And then, yeah, when you finally get to the ending, it's extremely surprising. I mean, when you learn exactly what happened, I mean, it's very cool because then you look back at earlier parts in the movie, and there was certain clues. And you know, I gotta say, I love movies that do that. And again, I'm not a big movie person, but and I'm typically not into these kinds of movies like drama and really suspense, murder mystery, thriller. You know, I'm not really into a lot of these movies, but I got into this one really quickly, and I think it's just because of how well it was written. This movie is based on a book by Paula Hawkins with the same title, The Girl on the Train. So I gotta say it was very well written. And again, really good acting on Emily Blunt's part, as well as the supporting cast. I don't know all the cast members by name, but I can say that they all did a very good job, and the casting was pretty good for this movie. So, yeah, if you have not seen this movie, I definitely recommend it. It should be out on digital or Blu-ray by now. It is now December 1st. I would imagine that if it's not out yet, it should be out very soon, since, again, I saw this at the Budget Theater. And typically, when I see movies at the Budget Theater, that usually means the movie is either out on digital or Blu-ray, or if it's not out yet, then it is coming very soon. So if you have not seen this movie, I definitely recommend it. It's very good. I think I would give it a very strong 9 out of 10, honestly. The only reason I'm not going to give it a 10 is just because I'm going to reserve that number for movies that are just so good that I would categorize them as being like the best movie I've ever seen. That's the only reason I'm not going to give it a 10. Otherwise, I would say it's very close. It's a very strong 9 out of 10. Again, I just thought it was very well written. It seems to be very well directed, produced, and again, just really good casting, acting, everything. Just a very, very good movie. It's something I would want to see again, and it's definitely something that I recommend you go see if you have not seen it already. So this has been my film review for The Girl on the Train. As always, if you have enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you next time.